Hello, I'm Jason Wong. I am a realtor broker in the state of Hawaii here. Today, I want to talk about. I had a few email inquiries from people who are living in Asia, and they are thinking about relocating to America. And I think the top options that they have in the mind is about New York City, Los Angeles, and also San Francisco. And they asked me about whether those are the best cities to consider. I mean, there's no doubt about those three places super awesome to live in. But I have also advised these Asian family about if they are thinking about having a work-life balance, they definitely have to think about Honolulu as one of the consideration. Honolulu, to be honest, I heard about like people say the cost of living is really high, everything is expensive because we don't have any like everything that is coming to the island. We have to go by the plane or by the cargo ship, so it takes time and also kind of like additional logistic expenses for supplier to acquire any merchandise and then sell to the public at large here in the state. However, the purpose of living in I think in Honolulu especially is you had a lot of a mixed culture and diverse population living in the state of Hawaii and also city and county of Honolulu especially. And if people that are coming from US mainland or even from Asia, they will always find their own, I mean, little niche or communities in different neighborhood or different setting, which kind of like suitable for their own what they used to have in their home base. So in many way, you don't feel like you are moving to a few foreign places. Instead, you actually find yourself surrounded with a lot of familiar, whether it's a food culture, entertainment, even people or neighbors that you met uh, where you live and where you shop, where you dine. You will find people, people that you are familiar with, and it's really interesting for people to always compare cost of living. I think cost of living, in any good city, cost of living is always high, and the reason for that is everybody just want to live in feel safe, low crime, and uh, and also have a decent education and public transit. Honolulu may not rate the highest on infrastructure, let's say highway, metro, or anything, because our highway and also we still haven't got our actual metro system, and even if we have the hard rail, it doesn't really connect all the places here in Honolulu. However, our crime rate is really from a national statistics. Honolulu always ranked one of the lowest crime rates city to live in. So of course you may have petty theft here and there. For example, people may break into houses, or there will be I don't know, break into cars. This happens in any like high density cities. However, in Honolulu, very violent crime or anything that considered to be very, um, I would say, shocking. Uh, it happens in the past, but it's not as frequent as other states or cities. Again, I'm not trying to stereotype saying about Honolulu is really awesome for in every way, but the truth is there are a lot of uh, amenities they offer for free. For example, all the beaches and also the park, they're free. And even for some of the part that they are charged, for example, like Hanamuna Bay for snorkeling purpose, if you actually live in Hawaii and you claim the residencies in the state of Hawaii, by presenting your state ID or your driver license with a Hawaii state on it, you actually have a free admission to go to the park, while the visitor, they actually have to pay admission fee in order to gain access. So in many ways, you have a lot of free entertainment that it doesn't really cost you anything, except just your own gasoline from your car, and to drive to your destination, which is different from living in a city. Your entertainment is based on in a mall, in an enclosed atmosphere, or anything that you have to pay in order to have top-notch entertainment. Here in Honolulu, we have a lot of world famous beaches, and they all have a public access, and you can go there and nobody will have any. And I think everybody can really have a piece of paradise. That's how I say it in Honolulu. And then also the life expectancies in Honolulu is relatively higher than average, and I think it's quite understandable because most of the people that I know who are living in Honolulu, if they are not born and raised, if they're not born in Honolulu, they are kind of like a migrant. They migrate to here like down the road, whether with the family or because of their own change of career or position, and they end up here in Honolulu. 99% if people they end up living here and call it as their home for long term, these people they take a really huge pay cut from what they can get from the mainland, from big corporation in the mainland. But all these people they don't want to go back to the corporate and also very metropolitan cities in the mainland. Rather, they would rather to take a pay cut and call Honolulu home. And the reason is really simple. You really have a lot of way to decompress yourself, especially if you're working in an IT industry and doing coding and software development. All of these require a lot of thinking, and also you use your brain more than most other profession. Then you probably will have a better you will be having a better time here in Honolulu, where you can go to the ocean. You can kind of like just kind of like put everything down for 30 minutes or even for an hour, and then go back to your office and continue to work, and or to continue to code whatever software that you're working on. So you really have a very proper channel for you to decompress. In the mainland, people who there are many channels for people to decompress, but it's never as natural as like going to the beach or going to the park. People may kind of resort to going to the movie cinema, go for fun dining, going for a play, or anything, everything that costs money for you in order to enjoy that so-called entertainment. But here in Honolulu, you don't. You can have a barbecue in the park, and it's free. You can set up your own barbecue machine, or not machine, your barbecue pit, and in the designated area, and then you can just set up your own family days over there, or birthday party. So that's why people, once they decide to call Honolulu home, they will be able to forego the so-called high cost of living, and we all understand why the cost is higher. But the thing is, there are many things that that's the environment, the amenities that offer for free, which is, to me, is like a scale, like it outweigh about the cost. So it's not just the money can measure about how much you get or how much you lose. It's really about the work-life balance, and I think the work-life balance in Honolulu is really top-notch. There's nothing you can compare about. You can go to the beach in depends on which neighborhood, but there's always a beach. I think maybe even less than 20 minutes or even 30 minutes by car, and then you will go to a very nice places where you can unwind, you can kind of like enjoy yourself for a moment, and then you can go back and work whatever things that you're working on. So that is really something that people really enjoy here in Honolulu. And the low crime rate, that's also a big attractive features that a lot of people decide to move to Honolulu, even the cost is higher. And then the third thing is about the education system here. Uh, Even though, I mean, they always have all of these third party to conduct studies saying about who is being ranked as the #1 university in United States, or globally speaking. Personally, I don't really pay too much attention to those statistics, because the thing is, I can guarantee in any university or college, it really depends on the students, whether the students is talented or gifted. If that person is gifted or talented, it doesn't matter what course, what program, what university that they enroll, they will shine. They will shine on their own in the entrepreneur spirit or in the professional development. They will show the what they are truly capable of doing. So I actually don't weigh too much on about the ranking about the university here in the state. Rather, so far I haven't really heard any thing really bad for people to send their children or relative to come to Honolulu for studying. Instead, I only hear about many people, they really have the best time of their life while they are coming here for that 3 or 4 years of undergrad study in Honolulu. So definitely, if you are thinking about moving to New York City, Los Angeles, San Francisco, you definitely don't want to miss Honolulu. You should really do some research, come for a short family vacation, doing some public scouting, and really talk to some of the friendly local people, and also realtor who are kind of familiar with the neighborhood that you are interested. They probably will give you all the pros and cons, and also very candid advice about why certain why people come to Honolulu and call this home.